So this is the Pokiman CS. It is a very interesting looking knife and it comes with 3 different variations. You're looking right now at the green edition, which is a G10. Next one over here is the Mikado edition, and this one is beautiful with stonewash. Over here is the blade itself, and it has this kind of blade point to this spear. And the next one over here is this one right now. This is the blackout edition of this, which is definitely my favorite, with the spear point over here. It is almost like my favorite kind of a blade here, and it says Kizer on one side, and on the other side it says Pokiman CD, which is the kind of blade and the knife that it is. The two knife that you get when it comes to the blade quality over here, with an access lock, or otherwise known as the clutch lock, which is patented for Kizer. This one is actually my favorite one out of all those 3, but it is because I like the blackout much better and the gold accents over here as well. Now this one over here, the Mikado edition, if you like the Mikado kind, does feature a purple on this end. It looks really cool. It has the green thing right here as screws and accent as well here. This one over here is a mix between the green, we have the gold right here accent, and the blackout in a few different areas as well. It's a really cool knife altogether. This one is also a spear point blade, and it's really nice blade too. Now this blade over here, which is the Pokiman, is very similar to another one of my favorites, and it's this one that I compared a lot of times, the Ugis, to be almost as good as the Bugout knife over here. So this is almost the same edition, but it is a little bit bigger. So if you're thinking about which one should you get, it depends on what kind of a blade you actually want. This is 3.2 almost of an inch. It's actually 3.16 of an inch combined. When you look at this blade over here, it's a little bit on the small side. Now when we're talking about small, there is almost no difference when it comes to small here. It's a little bit bigger, just a little bit. So it's really up to you to decide, do you really need the bigger blade, or you want to go for the Ugis instead. The only problem with the Ugis, there is only certain variations of this kind. There is no blackout edition. So because of that, if you want to get a blackout, you have to go and upgrade to the Pokiman CS edition, which is a little bit over the bigger blade over here. It also features gray stonewash, which is this one over here, and Mikado handle, clutch lock, and the designer himself is by Kizer. The Kizer actually the one who authentically makes this knife. There is no actual guy who makes it. So it's made in-house versus other knives when we have a specific designer who actually makes the blade itself, which keeps the cost actually down. There is also the Kizer logo right here and right on the knife itself. So it's a little different than the Ugis one over here. The Ugis does not have the Kizer logo on this one, but it does have it right on the blade. So figure that one out, why they have it in one place, they don't have it in another one. Of course, if you really dislike the logo over here, you can go ahead and buy one of those clips that doesn't have the logo and just switch this around in case you want to do this. Knife itself is really nice in hand. I really dig the way it holds in the hand itself. Easy for you to go ahead and just open. It's also easy for you to close with the clutch lock. You just go ahead and drop it. It doesn't drop all the way, so it gives you a little bit of safety over here, so it doesn't actually fall right on your fingers. The knife itself does feature very nice ergonomics to this. Easy to hold in hand. 2 ways for you to open. One, just grab it and open here. We also have the opening right from the side, and we have 3 different kinds for us to actually pick from. What I enjoy about this knife is that it is very sharp. D2 keeps the blade to be very good, and yet the quality of the knife to be top-notch as well. So you're not overpaying for what you're getting. You're getting a very nice knife, and yet you're not paying too much for it. Now, this one is one of my favorites. Like I said before, I like the way it actually holds. If you're looking for a bigger knife and for whatever situation you actually need, this one will actually do it. It's long, it's big, it's easy for you to hold. It's not too big, and yet it is, the ergonomics of it are awesome when it comes to the quality and the way it's actually made. Now, because we have 3 different finishes, sometimes it's hard to figure out which one is the best one for you. And it all comes to the color choice when it comes to the green one versus the black one over here. When it comes to the green versus the black, this is very good. You can feel the quality of this material. The G10 is non-slip. It's easy for you to grab it and hold it and use it. Now, for those of you who want something a little bit different, the Mikata edition, you can dye this in some other color in case you actually want to. I have done this before. It's pretty much fun. Another thing about the Mikata is that as it gets more dirty, or of course water goes with this, it gets this weathered like look, so it makes it really look really interesting. And this one is great because the knife itself here is not a blackout edition. So for those of you who are looking for a non-blackout edition, this one is for you to consider. Now, when it comes to the blade, and we have 2 different blades here for us to pick. This one is more spear. This one is just a little bit grooved on this side here. There's a jippering right on the top here, making it easy for you to go ahead and use. Now, when it comes to using this knife for EDC purposes, you can see you can get very, very close to the action over here, and you're not gonna accidentally cut yourself in case you need to. Plus, if you're really doing it hardcore jobs and everything else, we have this edge over here to protect you so you don't accidentally slip and cut yourself as you go ahead and use this. So it's made to be a medium kind of a work knife. It is not for heavy duty use, and yet if you have used in the past the Bugout, this is a great knife for you. The next thing we're going to be doing is to do some kind of testing over here just to see how well this knife performs by itself. So sharp out of the box, it's pretty good. You can see how it immediately left the mark over here. Next thing about this is to go ahead and see how good this thing cuts different kind of materials. The up here, that was quick. Favorite one is coming next. To be expected, of course, it is sharp. Sharp out of the box. You don't need to go ahead and sharpen this up, which is sometimes the problem with new knives. Next thing over here for us to go ahead and do is very simple. We're going to be checking this out if this thing breaks when we hit this upside down, and see if this actually is the actual lock over here, which is the clutch lock. Now, I did hold my hand the wrong way here, but this thing is not moving at all. Now I just want to show you a lock fail over here. This one purposely, I'm trying to fail the lock, just like this, and you see this thing snaps right back in. Doesn't really like you to stay this way, but then you see how I put this is the wrong way to put this, but as you can see, this thing doesn't drop on you. Even if you accidentally just put it this way, it doesn't go ahead and just snap right back at you. It actually prevents itself, which is an added safety that they make with this knife. So even if you're, look how hard I'm putting and hitting this thing, it's not snapping back at me. So definitely very safe knife, and keep this in mind that this is an awesome knife that you can get from Kizer, and there is 3 different variations for you to pick from in case one is just not enough.